Hello friends, it's your old pal Copenspire here. It's springtime. You know what that means. Everybody's seasonal depression is getting just a little bit better, and there's little tiny cute plants coming up out of the ground. The winter's over. It's like mostly over. For anybody who, like me, has seasonal depression or chronic depression or any disorder that makes you feel generally terrible, there are solutions in your diet that can make you feel better. I've spent 3 years learning how to take better care of myself and be on my own team, but I found a way through food, so I'm going to share that with you right now. The number one thing that I'm going to focus on is that depression is an inflammatory disorder. Your brain swells and it doesn't work so well. And if your brain is swollen, your other tissues are probably swollen. So you probably feel sore, you probably feel tired, you feel a little confused and like, it's like moving through like a world of like jello. Very difficult when you're inflamed. An antidepressant diet is an anti-inflammatory diet. Here are some examples of inflammatory food. The number one is sugar. Processed sugar, honey, agave, any of those. These simple carbohydrates go right into your blood system and then they go right out of your blood system. And when they go out, you get this influx of stress hormones and also tiredness because you didn't really get what you needed. You didn't actually get fuel. So your body just goes like, what? And gets very confused. So simple carbohydrates are not your friend. If you're going to enjoy a simple carbohydrate, you're going to want to pair it with protein, fat, or fiber so that it gets into your bloodstream at a slower rate and you get steady energy from it rather than a spike and a crash. So you can have your sweets, but you have to be mindful about it. The other things are any fried foods. I'm not judging you, I'm judging you a little bit. You know that's not good for you. If you put garbage in your body, you're gonna feel like garbage. I don't think I need to explain that further. And then the other thing is, it's everywhere, but you gotta avoid artificial colors, artificial flavors, and artificial preservatives. Those are not food. It's like putting bubbles in your gas tank. It's not fuel. So to recap, avoid sugar, avoid fried foods, and avoid anything artificial. If it's not food, don't eat it. So those are all the not fun things that you're not supposed to eat. But guess what you can eat and should eat? As a person who's had chronic depression since they were 7 years old, I know that there are days that you don't want to get out of bed. Or there's days you don't want to eat. Or there's days you don't want to see people. I get it. I'm there often. But here's how you can make those bad days a little bit more manageable. The number one thing I do is before bed, I make myself a big glass of water with a little bit of lemon in it, and I put it by my bed. When I wake up in the morning, that glass of water is there for me, and I know that it's gonna make me feel better. And sometimes I want to get out of bed after that, and sometimes I don't. But I do know that I've started the day off with a healthy choice, a loving choice for myself. That's the important part, is when you make that glass of water with lemon, you're saying to yourself, I love you, and I want you to have a good day tomorrow. So you're setting yourself up for success. You're on your own team. It's the most important thing. Another simple thing I like to keep in my cupboard is canned salmon or sardines. I'm sure many of you have heard about the benefits of fish oil or omega-3s. Those are definitely important things to have in your diet to reduce inflammation. It's not always affordable to have fresh fish. So I use the supplements. If you don't feel like leaving the house, sometimes it's good to already have your cupboard stocked. You can just put on your robe and scuttle down to your cupboard and eat it out of the can in your bed or in the bath. I don't care what you do. I'm not gonna judge you for how you take care of yourself. Whatever it takes, like just eat that fish, man. An important thing I want to address with omega-3 supplements is they often pair omega-3 fats with omega-6 fats in supplements. And I want to be very clear with you. You do not need those omega-6 fats. You already have a ton of omega-6 fats if you eat grains, if you eat grain-fed meats. You've got plenty of omega-6s. You're good. Do not get omega-3, omega-6 blends because you want to up your omega-3s to meet your omega-6s. That imbalance is what causes the inflammation. The one I am very excited to tell you about, my favorite anti-inflammatory food, is turmeric. Turmeric is my number one spice crush. When I see that color, it just makes my heart sing. I love turmeric. It is one of the best anti-inflammatory foods in the entire world. If you're gonna take it in capsule form, like as a supplement, you're gonna wanna pair it with a healthy fat like coconut oil or avocado or fish. Your body actually can't metabolize turmeric as well if it doesn't have a fat to bind to. I like to take the turmeric root, which looks like a little orange finger, and cut it up, and I like to put it in my stir fries or in my soups. Another one, I know you gotta get your greens. Personally, I hate salads. So what I do is I throw a big old handful of spinach into my smoothies or into my stir fries. It cooks down, you can't taste it. There's a lot of ways to eat it that you don't have to eat salads. Tomatoes are good. Any colorful fruit or vegetable. Colorful foods are that colorful because they're full of some essential vitamin or nutrient. So you're gonna wanna try to get a full spectrum of color. That's what I shoot for, and it's changed my life. Olive oil is a good anti-inflammatory food. Healthy nuts like walnuts and almonds are really good. I want to close with two very important thoughts about food and depression. Please don't hurt yourself with food. I know that when you're depressed, you hate yourself a bit. I mean, I do. When I'm depressed, I hate myself, and I used to use food to punish myself. I would say, ugh, you're disgusting. You should eat something disgusting because you're so disgusting. And that's how I treated myself. But deep down, you and I both know that loving yourself, conscious acts of self-love and self-care is the only way that you're going to be able to manage your illness. It's okay to admit that you have an illness. It's not a personality flaw. It is an illness, and the only way to treat your illness is with medicine, and food is medicine. Make it easy for yourself. Design systems for days that you know you're not going to feel well. Keep salmon and water next to your bed with a can opener, like whatever it takes for you to know that you are looking out for you. The second thing is, if you slip up, which you're gonna slip up, I slip up all the time, there are gonna be days that you just can't not eat that double chocolate fudge sugar sprinkle amazing donut. It just is winking at you, and you just gotta go over there and eat it. Like, I get it. I get it. Temptation is real, and sugar addiction is a real addiction. Honestly, like, you didn't have a choice probably about getting addicted to sugar. So give yourself a little grace and a little forgiveness. Any change takes time. So the point is, if you are not perfect with your diet, forgive yourself, love yourself, and be patient with yourself. This is true on all aspects. If you live with any chronic mood disorder, gotta be nice to yourself. Living with this illness, medicated or not, is a long-term game. It's gonna take work and patience. I don't expect to ever not have depression, but I do know that I can make it easier on myself, and I can still do good work, and I can still love people, and I can be a valuable member of my community. I just want to say, I love you, I believe in you, please don't give up. And if you want to talk about this, like, email me, text me, Facebook me, send me a carrier pigeon, I don't care. If you want somebody to talk to about this, I've done so much research and I've spent so much time optimizing my diet, and I would love to share what I know with you and support you. So please reach out if you want some help, because I want you to feel better so that we can all just shine as bright as we possibly can and make the world all cute and beautiful and sing songs and hold hands and all that, you know, stuff. Copenspire out.